Hey guys, it's B. I just wanted to hop on here and share some recent favourites. So I'm going to dive right in instead of doing a big waffly preamble as I tend to do. Right, favourite bags. So I have been using smaller bags because I'm just doing short errands and going for walks. I have been using this a lot since I got it for Christmas. It's the Mulberry Alexa in the mini size. It's got like a chunky grained leather and gold hardware, and it's just really comfortable and easy to use. And despite being small, you can actually fit, well, I can, all my essentials in there, and I'm just really enjoying this little bag, and I think it is a real like classic staple everyday bag for me. I love tan leather. The other most used two bags, and I'm not going to dwell on this too long because you're probably all fed up of me going on about this by now, is my two Loewe puzzle bags. This one is navy blue grainy leather, and then they do a smooth leather, and I just added this recently. I had it in a bigger size and I let that one go. I sold it to a friend. It was just it's not that it was a huge bag, but in this style bag I found it a bit heavy and bulky in the medium, and I prefer this version. It's just more simple. It doesn't have feet, it just has the slimmer strap. It just works better for me, and I didn't think I would get this again, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. I missed this leather and hardware, and I have worn this one so much that I felt I could justify having both of them in my collection. Favorite bag ever, seriously. SLGs, two favourites. So one is quite new. I've had this for about 3 weeks and I've used it in my whatever bag I've been using every single day. It's a little nylon pouch from Longchamp in like a dusty rose with the same coloured leather trim, just really pretty. I have another colour of this, and I know that I won't want to use that one so much in spring summer because it's a very rich purple. I won in a giveaway actually, in our lovely community. And so I added this in a slightly, I mean, it's still not a baby pink, but I got this because I thought it would just be more spring-like to use. And I love the navy blue stud. It's just beautiful. And it acts as a mini pochette for me, but downsized mini pochette, if there is such a thing. And that when I'm using lots of mini bags, a mini pochette would take up like quite a lot of the space in the bag, and I don't need makeup and stuff if I'm just going like to the supermarket and then to meet a friend for a quick walk. So I've just got headache pills, allergy stuff, lip balm, that kind of thing in here, hair ties. My favourite SLG probably ever is this Chanel kind of, what do they call all these things? Okay, so I think it means other when they haven't got a category name for it, but it's one of their mini, like, I don't know if this is a card holder or a coin purse technically. You've got a card slot in the back and then just a popper to get in. It's styled here like a classic flap. It's just so cute. And inside it's got one slot there and then a large sort of compartment. It's practical. It's my colour of dreams. I got this in lockdown last year. I had to phone around and hunt because the stores were closed, but they have essays that are like going in the stores and stuff, and I managed to get one. It was pretty difficult to find one, and I'm just so grateful. For me now, these little goodies like SLGs and the odd brooch or something are where I'm at with Chanel. I have a few bags and I'm grateful. I'm now priced out of the game. I just don't feel comfortable with the price point of most of their items. I just feel like I don't really want to spend that on luxury goods anymore, but that's just my thing. I'm not saying I never will again, but I can just about spring for these little pieces and they make me happy. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this in all times of the year. I really love a pop of colour with my SLGs. I tend to go more neutral with bags, but inside my bags I like a bit of a colourful party. Key Australia aviators, I think they're called the high keys. They do this size and a mini size. These are new, but they're in my favourites because I have several other pairs, and every summer I buy another pair. There's still another pair that I want, but they're out of stock. I'm just stalking them. But these are aviators. The reason I love them so much is they don't touch my face anywhere. Like my cheeks, my chubby cheeks don't hit them. They're just so balanced and like comfortable. They're light. Hardly anything's touching me. When it's hot and sweaty, my Ray-Bans do get a bit, you know, I don't like loads of stuff touching my face, and they're light and they're big enough that they suit me. I just love them. And these are polarized. They were only about £10 more, I think it makes a difference with glare. Okay, jewellery now. I've been really back into some classic Tiffany stuff that I've had for years. I've been wearing this silver like tag bracelet quite a lot. It needs a good clean actually. Wear it with this bead one, or weirdly I've been wearing this bead one next to my Jean Clou. I really like mixing metals. And then these, I got really stressed out because I got my Tiffany pearls out, having not even looked at them for months, obviously in lockdown, and they'd gone a bit like matte and a bit yellow, and I had a panic because these were really expensive. And I'm not going to be able to say to my husband, oh, can I just buy these again? They've gone a bit dingy. You know, they were really expensive. So I Googled what to do, advice on cleaning. I gently cleaned them. I put them on a paper towel in a sunny window and started wearing them twice a week so that the oils from my skin and stuff could kind of rebuild the luster or just improve them. They were a bit dry and they have come back great. They're still a little bit creamier in tone than they were when they're brand new. If you go way back to the beginning of my channel, I did a reveal on these and they all vary. Some of them were like this in the store, but I picked a set with the earrings that were really, really white because it just suits my skin tone or whatever, and they are a little bit darker, but any that had discolored, that's completely gone. I'm really grateful, and my strategy now is just to wear them regularly, even if you feel like, oh, it's too nice to wear pearl, you know, just they look great with like Breton t-shirt, casual clothes. I just love them. So yeah, wear it. What is it they say? Use it or lose it. Okay. Favorite fragrance is an oldie but a goodie that I never hear anybody talking about. This is Guerlain Insolence, and to me it's super sweet. It's extra really, but what I love about this is it smells like the meteorites balls, you know, the powder balls, the highlighting balls. They have got a fragrance called Meteorites, but weirdly it doesn't smell like the meteorites. This does. It smells like Parma violets. It's very soapy, powdery, sweet, which weirdly is not normally my thing, but this just smells to me of Moorish deliciousness, of sweets, of violet creams. I tend to spray one spray and walk through it. I don't go straight on my skin. It is really strong, but it just gives me this comforting, sweet, happy feeling. Very similar. It's not a similar fragrance, but it gives me a similar, well, there's some things that are similar. It gives me a same cozy, juicy sweetness that Hermes Twilly does, but it's even more powdery, and it just, I love violets. So this is old. I thought it was in a drawer. I thought it would have gone bad by now, but it still smells great. Okay, some beauty products. Just because people always ask what I'm wearing in a video, I've been chatting away on the screen, doing different takes and stuff, so I always want to wear something long wearing. And this is the NYX Powder Puff Lippy in Best Buds. And it's like a, yeah, matte, powdery, velvety feel on a kind of fluffy little tip thing like that. And it's really nice. And when it wears, it just wears away naturally. It doesn't crack up like those ones that set. And it was really cheap. NYX. Skincare, just got one favourite this month because I had to really tone down my sort of exfoliating and masking and retinol at night because I had some sort of weird reaction to something and I had really sensitive skin, so I had to just use really plain stuff like my daughter's eczema cream and things like that for a while, and I've gradually been able to use normal products again. But this is new. It's the Clarins Lift, what is it, Total Eye Lift. I'm very skeptical with eye creams. It's the one thing where I'll buy a new eye cream and I'll start using it, and after 2 weeks, a month, I'm like, is it really making any difference? Are they, you know? But this is really good in that in the morning I just use one tiny pump across both of these areas, and it really seems to diminish the look of my dark circles. I don't know how. Even before I do my makeup, it tightens. I think it's probably got a bit of caffeine in it, but it's one of those ones that does everything. It lifts and tightens, but it moisturizes, depuffs, works on lines. It just does everything. It's quite expensive. You get half an ounce, so 15 mils, and it was about £60, but I think you get what you pay for, and eye creams are a definite case of it's worth investing. Really, 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 if you're looking for a new eye cream that does everything, that is a pleasurable, it's not too rich that your concealer is going to slide around, but it's not like a gel that's just not really going to do anything. Really enjoying this. And again, it's the new one, the Total Eye Lift, that I think replaces a previous version. Makeup now, I've just got 3 things to tell you about. One is this, see the lights going, it was really bright in here when I started, I'm really sorry, and now it's gone totally dingy. This is the Dior Forever Skin Correct concealer. Very rare for me to rave about a concealer. It's one of those products like mascara that I've traditionally always been a little bit not found the perfect one. I saw this on another on a YouTuber's channel. I can't remember her name, but I will link maybe her video where she talks about this. And she was raving, and she doesn't really rave about things, she's very picky, raving about this. This is your concealer for blemishes on the face. This isn't really your brightening under eye thing. This is a concealer that I've picked in the colour of my actual skin tone to cover up things where I really want it to just stay like that all day and not have to keep doing it. So I have like a scar, can you see there, red scar, where I have like an old chickenpox scar, and when I do like a peel or anything, it always gets all angry like that and goes red for a bit. I've got hyperpigmentation. This is really nice when you blend it. I've noticed it's better to blend with just patting motion with a brush or your finger, not any wiping, and it completely can cover these brown marks. I haven't used it today. It's just really good, and you get loads of products going to last forever. It's just amazing. I will link all of these products down in the description bar. And then finally for makeup, I'm really into Rare Beauty, which is Selena Gomez's line. I've tried mostly this Stay Vulnerable collection, which is a liquid eyeshadow, a melting cream blush in a little cute pot with a mirror, and there's also a glossy lip balm. I'm not including that in my favourites because it's okay, but it's not like amazing. These two are amazing, this in particular. I've got Nearly Neutral. I've ordered another set, which is the Nearly Apricot set, because I love it that much. It's just a moussey, I've put some there and blended it out for you, a moussey, warm, neutral tone. When you want to do a very quick eye, it's just easy to blend. It just, you know how sometimes liquid eyeshadows can be a bit tricky to work with, or they set so quick you don't have time to blend them. This is perfect, and I get 10 plus creaseless hours of wear with no primer. I'm not joking with this. It's so good. Now Rare Beauty doesn't ship directly to the UK or even Canada, I don't think. They've got their own website and they're on Sephora in the US. So I asked a friend to pick these up, and she sent them forward to me. I just paid her on PayPal. And then there is a company called London Loves Beauty who do sell a lot of the items, but obviously the price is massively inflated because they've had to import them. So like, for example, this might be $20 US. It was £35 on that website here. And you can try eBay, but obviously do due diligence to make sure you're not getting used or fake products. But they are absolutely great. I guess you could try, if you have, some people have those PO box services, so you can order stuff to a US address and then get it forwarded. I'm happy to pay extra to get hold of these because I think it's a lovely formula. Natural, done with your fingers, not perfect. It's something so chic about having the same tone on your eyes, cheeks and lips, but in slightly different formulas. I just really love that, especially for the quick school run makeup. And as I said, I'll show you when I get the apricot-y ones, because there's like about 6 colourways of these products. Haven't tried much from her other main line, but it's just this Stay Vulnerable collection I'm really enjoying. Couple of lifestyle bits. This is a Hotel Chocolat hot chocolate maker or velvetizer. It's basically just, it sits on a base. It's a heating milk frothing thing. You put the milk in, you put a sachet of their actual own hot chocolate flakes, and we got this at Christmas. It is just absolutely lovely as an everyday, not every day, hopefully a couple of times a week, luxury. The hot chocolate is as nice as any like cafe hot chocolate I've ever had. So smooth and velvety, hence velvetizer. It looks nice, especially in the copper pot colour. Sometimes Hotel Chocolat have these on like bundles and promotions because it is quite expensive. I got 2 really nice cups with it and a pack of hot chocolate, all like in a bundle with like £10 off just before Christmas. It's just a really nice everyday like little luxury. Speaking of everyday little luxuries, I forgot to show you my 2 pairs of Ugg slippers. So I have wanted Ugg slippers for years, but I've always thought like it was like really extravagant, even though I buy expensive bags and stuff. But I have this pair, which are like a lilac-y grey. These are called the Scuffettes. And these are soft amethyst. It was really hard to get these in my size. And then the other pair I'm actually wearing right now. And they are, what is the name of this colour? I don't know, but they're like a soft beige. They're not like the full-on chestnut type ones. Like they're normally, they often have a colour like this. It's a bit lighter. And they've got like rose gold foiling on. So nice. I just live in them, so I could justify having 2 colours. That's my argument. My daughter wants a pair now. What have I started? Books. I've just finished this. I highly recommend it. It's like a political thriller. It does involve an allegation and court case around sexual assault. So if that's I'm just pointing that out if it's a trigger for you. It's a sort of a UK set. It's about an MP who gets accused of something, and then there's also the backstory of the barrister that is prosecuting him, and all the different key players and how it affects them. It's really well written, but there's enough of a plot and plot twists to like make you go, oh wow, you know, like it's really engaging. I couldn't put it down. And they're making this into a Netflix thing. So it's Anatomy of a Scandal by Sarah Vaughan. Really engrossing courtroom thriller. Yeah, it's really good. And then the only other thing to share is just I'm trying to be more healthy, and instead of thinking of it as a diet, because that I always just fail, I really want to improve my energy levels and my health overall, and think about that first, and think about weight loss as a happy side effect of that, rather than just thinking about weight loss and sort of starving myself. And I've been having probably 5 days a week a green smoothie recipe that I found on YouTube, and it just seems to give me so much energy. I don't feel, it really makes me feel less bloated around the tummy, whereas if I have toast or cereal, I tend to get like that. Although I have just discovered the Bio and Me high fibre cereals that contain 15 forms of fibre, because we need all this fibre, all these 30 different fibres or something for gut health, and it's really hard to get that from your diet. And so I saw Davina McCall talking about this doctor who's done all this research on gut health, and she's made her own range of cereals, and we ordered some online because I couldn't find them in the supermarket. Like there's different granolas, there's a porridge, there's a muesli. They're really hardcore fibre. If you don't like that, then you won't like them. They're really like crunchy and intense, but they just seem to not make you bloat like other like cereal based things. So I either have that or have the green smoothie. I'm going to put a link to the video where I got the green smoothie recipe. It's a girl called Liesl Jane, and she has lost a lot of weight, and she does lots of videos and content on what she eats to maintain her health and stuff. Yeah, and then, you know, I go from having a green smoothie to having a hot chocolate. There you go, that's real life. Anyway, these are some of the things that I've been enjoying. I just want to recommend 2 films to you on Netflix. One is The Dig, which is about an archaeological dig in just before the Second World War here in the UK, in a rural, is it Suffolk or I can't remember where it is, somewhere down south. And they find like a really ancient, I'm not going to say what era because I'm not sure if it is Anglo-Saxon, but like an ancient burial site and all these things. And it's about the relationships between the people, and so it's really well done. It's got Ralph Fiennes and Carey Mulligan in it. And then the other film we enjoyed lately was The News of the World, which is set in around the American Civil War, and it's Tom Hanks is like travels from town to town telling the news, because we didn't have, like, you know, papers weren't distributed everywhere then. And it's very dramatic. He finds this child alone and he tries to help her and take her home and all this stuff. Both of those were really engrossing, really well acted films. And I know we're all into our box sets and series, but we found that sometimes when we watch a movie, it's really satisfying. It's a whole story in one go and you get really engrossed in it. And we really enjoyed, Ed and I together, really enjoyed both of those. Anyway, and Bloodlands on Sunday nights on BBC One. There have been 3 episodes already. They're on the iPlayer, BBC iPlayer, and the finale is on Sunday, and that is absolutely gripping and a little bit confusing, but I highly recommend that. Have a wonderful rest of the week, guys. I will be back later in the week with a Prada reveal, but for now I'm going to say goodbye. See ya.